Good morning, I'm Lynn, and we're in the lamb barn this morning. We're gonna give Mary here some vitamins this time. We're gonna give her thiamine and see if that helps any. She's still down, but I guess the thiamine's gonna be our last chance. We're gonna give her that for 5 days and see if there's any improvement with that. Before we get to her, here's some of the sheep that we sheared off yesterday. These are the scissor jobs, and most of these will be handsome lambs because I was trying to do one at a time. Oh, here comes another one. Amazing what you can do with a pair of $4 scissors, but it's time consuming and you gotta love it. But you can see how when these are some big lambs, but next to her now they look quite a bit smaller. The wool, if you imagine that wool is 2 inches long and it's going all around the body, you can see how deceptive that is for how large they are, because under that wool they look a lot smaller. And like I say, it hides any faults. So now that the wool's off of those girls there, I mean, they've still got wool on and it's not a perfect job, but we can it's right down to their body, like there's no depth, you can't run your fingers through it. So we can see really well how their legs are formed, because even the wool growing inwards on their legs can be deceptive. We can see how straight their back is, if there's any dips and any color problems or whatever. So that was a multivitamin with thiamine in it. That's what our vet recommended, so we're gonna try that, see if that helps at all. She wants to get up, so we're gonna get her up on her bale and get her some fresh water. I'll go grab that. Hey, sweetheart.
Oh, really? You want to have a little read for this?
Yeah, no kidding.
Come on.
There you go. Good girl. Good girl.
Life into it.
Good girl. Good girl. There. Okay, I'll go grab her some fresh water. And who are you? You're really nice too. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. What number are you? Oh, and that's a waggy tail. Yeah, that's a waggy tail. What number are you? 219? Oh, I think you're number 3. Well, I'm glad you're still friendly. And this is the guy going to a new home. He still hasn't been picked up. So now he's boarding here. Because after 2 weeks, if someone hasn't picked up their sheep, we do charge boarding fees, because it can get a little out of control sometimes. So that's a policy we had to implement recently. But we knew that he was going to be leaving them here because he was going on vacation. Who are we doing right now? So, we're in the lamb pen still, and I mentioned earlier that Dorset hooves, they're white hooves, and white hooves grow way faster than black hooves, and they're a lot softer. So, a few of the Dorset ram lambs need trimming in here. The Suffolk's feet look pretty good, but we saw a few of the Dorset rams.
Come on, you guys.
He's checking to see if it's someone he can nurse off of. Calvin, you're a sweetheart.
Come on up.
So we're gonna trim them up, because even with lambs, and almost especially with lambs, when they start to grow, you want to trim them right away, because if they're not standing correctly, it can actually, as their bones are growing, make their feet not grow straight. Like they could get a little crook or bend in them, and it can affect their walking for life. So you want them right off the bat to be growing with a straight hoof, which will carry on up into his legs.
Please.
Dorsets are wilder sheep.
Oh, you nicked that one almost a little too far.
You got to be careful because you can
come on,
nick it
don't,
too far.
don't.
But again, it's like cutting your toenails. If you nick it too far, it will bleed. But we, of course, try not to do that. But when something's struggling, it makes things a lot more difficult.
Come on. No!
And you saw even with shearing that the shearers don't like Dorsets because they're a much little squirmier little breed of sheep. Maybe he'll do a Suffolk to see if there's a difference. That's my other little triplet. He's got a little bit of attitude.
Come on, we're almost done. Relax a little bit. You're all stressed out.
They don't like the back hooves doing. There we go. You see, you get the tip off, and once the tip's off, you can get the blade in underneath the hoof growth, and then you go level with, there's a little pad under there, and you try to go level. See, off, and then see how it went right under the thing, under the hoof. There he is. Oh, you're gonna feel much better. Volunteering too. We're gonna compare it now with a Suffolk, same age. Right now we've got Kodiak. I'm gonna see how he's doing. Kodiak is number 3. And right away I can see that the hooves may need trimming, but they're nowhere near as long. But we're going to be showing him, so we want him to have nice hooves so that he can develop a nice strong leg.
People say, why do you want a nice big bone? And look at the way that hoof is just round. See that? Not much to trim off. Nice square foot on it.
And see how he's never been trimmed before either, but Suffolks, when you tip them up, they tend to just sit still. Whereas Dorsets will fight you the whole step of the way. Oh, Fred, how you doing? And then we got, and that's Cassin over there too. He's got to be involved in everything. Hi, you're really nice too. You're really, really nice.
It looks like now. What do you say? You want it trimmed up a little?
He doesn't need trimming, but you could, who else comes up? Well, this guy came up, whoever he is. Monty. Well, that's the one we want. This guy this guy we're gonna show.
Calm down.
This is what did we call him? Klondike.
He's eating.
So Klondike is one of the Dorsets we're gonna show, and we're gonna trim his hooves. That's who we came to trim because I saw his hooves look bad as he walked by me.
I'm just going to go slowly because lambs bleed, eh?
That one looks as far as you can go on that side.
Hey, where are we going? Come on now, don't!
You have to be really careful when they kick you. Their hooves are like little knives. Ask the shearers. I know a lot of shearers have had nasty cuts from sheep kicking like that.
Just relax. Just relax. You gotta admit, that guy's got the meat on him.
Yeah.
Come on, just relax. Come on, I can't do it if you're stressed out. Come on. See, he won't let me put that foot back.
Yeah, because
So I can't get in, eh?
he's tense.
Hold still. We're not done yet. A little more. I think you don't want him any heavier. Oh, see, he's broke this one here off. See, he's broke both of these off. See, the points are gone.
Yeah.
So now I don't want to make them bleed.
So yeah, if you leave them without trimming them, they will, as they walk, break them off, which is fine if they break off nicely, but sometimes they don't, and sometimes they'll bleed. They'll crack. The crack will spread up into the hoof. You'll get infections. So,
see here, he's broke one off.
yeah, let's have a quick look at that.
See how he's broke the one off?
See how long that hoof is?
Well, it's kind of embarrassing. We should have had him trimmed earlier.
Well, he's only a baby, Arnie. I'm shocked his hoof went that far.
The harder you feed them, eh? The more they grow, I think. Come on now. Boy, honestly, loosen up a little, really. Just relax like a Suffolk.
You realize that I'm gonna be.
Come on now. Oh! A couple days in the halter before.
So I'm gonna show Casanova because he's already trained. Arnie's gonna
He's
show
got a spread on him.
show Klondike here. Casanova, you're not helping any. You're not helping. I know you think you are. Hi, Monty. You want a trimming too? Would you like a trimming?
There you go.
There we go. Oh, you could have brushed all the debris off him. I know.
Oh, he stands actually good on his feet.
Sorry, bud.
Maybe a
The
little
door got kryptonite. This is my guy. This was 79, if you recall. Calling him kryptonite.
So you can see the difference in since there's more bone, the hoof hasn't grown out as much as they actually grow over. See that there's more bone, and I swear that's forming a better hoof.
And that's Monster right beside him, who's gone to see what's going on.
Hold still, come on. I don't want to make you bleed here.
Monster is a much younger ram, but I'm seriously thinking of training Monster up too as a stand-in, because I really like Monster.
Nobody likes that.
Monty, you like it? The problem when you have really friendly sheep is they all have to be totally involved in the whole process. Calvin's wanting to be a little the boss of this pen.
Come on, go still. It's not that bad. You're just laying on your butt. Come on.
And I think this is number 2 over here. We're probably going to do him too. So that would be Killer. They've changed quite a bit, you see. As they grow older, they slim down and go to the teenage stage. Not the guy with the horns, the guy behind. Monster. Hi, Monty. I think that's him. Well, look at the head. Let's see who has the big head. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm guessing that's him. And now we got Killer here. He doesn't look like that big round thing we saw when he was a young lad. But he's a heavy ram. Looks really nice. And see how the hoof, just as black hooves grow way less and they're harder, so they kind of maintain themselves a bit better. In the winter, if you try to clip them though, they're really hard to clip because they're like rock. They're so tough.
Look at the size of that hoof. The nails don't grow out, they grow wider. Look at how he's spreading down the side here already. Huh? broke a nail off here.
Did he break a nail?
Yeah, broke a nail off.
Now we grab Fred. Fred's our Texel cross. And he only has, actually, he would be 1/4 Texel. The rest of him is Dorset. And he's got a little freckle on his lips. That's not dirt or food. That's his little freckle.
Really soft hooves.
This is Monty. Monty really didn't have too much hoof at all, but he's a March lamb, so he's a lot younger too. Hi, Monty. Oh, he still has his baby cry. Monty, you look like a baby. See, even his back legs are perfect. His front legs are perfect. Monty is not down on his toes. Hi, Monster. You are a handsome lad. I'm really thinking I want to show Monster. This is the last of the white rams that we kept in this group, and he's getting his hoofs trimmed. He hasn't been sheared yet because he's from the March group. But he's a nice little guy, and he's a lot calmer than the other two. Oh, until you grab the back leg. You don't like the back leg.
See that? Not enough bone? Look at the way the hoof is going. I swear it's the hoof.
Well, the sun's starting to go down, so we're going to call it a day, and hope you join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.